Mary Celeste Mystery. On December 4, 1872, an American merchant ship called Mary Celeste was sailing across the Atlantic Ocean from New York toward Italy. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their young daughter, and several crew members. At first, everything appeared normal. But days later, another ship called Dei Grazia discovered the Mary Celeste drifting strangely in the ocean. The sailors approached the ship and tried to contact the people on board. There was no answer. When they finally climbed onto the Mary Celeste, they discovered something terrifying. The ship was completely deserted. There was food and water on board. The cargo was still there. The ship itself was seaworthy, and there were no obvious signs of a violent struggle. But the captain, his family, and the entire crew were gone. The lifeboat was also missing. Why would an entire group of people leave a ship that was still floating? Several theories appeared. Perhaps the crew believed the ship was about to explode because of fumes or a possible leak. Maybe the captain thought the vessel was sinking and ordered everyone into the lifeboat. Others suggested pirates, but investigators found no convincing evidence of an attack. Another possibility was that the lifeboat became separated from the Mary Celeste during bad weather. Yet none of these explanations was ever conclusively proven. The mystery became famous because the ship itself seemed to have survived while everyone on board disappeared. Years passed, but no definitive answer emerged. The Mary Celeste became one of the most famous maritime mysteries in history. A ship was found drifting across the Atlantic. Its cargo remained. Food and water were still there. The vessel could still sail. But the people who had been living on it were gone. To this day, the exact fate of Captain Briggs, his family, and the crew remains uncertain. Maybe it was a tragic accident. Maybe the captain made a terrible decision. Or perhaps the real explanation was lost forever somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. And that is what makes the story of the Mary Celeste so haunting. The ship survived, but everyone on board disappeared.